In today's meditation, we will take a trip to a very particular healing temple in the Great Central Sun, known as the Temple of Ownership. And we will visit the Temple of Ownership to support us in our liberation and freedom process from ownership signatures. Ownership signatures can be viewed in the etheric as different symbols or logos, which are basically brands in the etheric that indicate ownership or being in servitude to either another being, a false god, a person, a corporation, or an entity. So the human species, because we have gone through so much multidimensional manipulation over several thousands of years, the amount of ownership signatures that we might possess could be very high in number, in the thousands. And this meditation would be best to be utilized in segments. So if there's a particular karmic issue that you're working on, if there's a particular body part or chakra or subtle body that you're working on, and you get the indication that there may be some ownership signatures that need to be removed, then this would be a meditation to go to support you with the conscious removal of these ownership signatures. This is also something that you can set the intention to do in the dream state, to remove certain ownership signatures. And the reason why we want to remove them is because ownership signatures kind of serve as like a lock or a seal in our particular energetic field, and it can lock in a particular cord of attachment. And what this could indicate is that in the subconscious realm, even though we may not consciously want to do this, we could be giving away all manner of things to people, corporations, entities, false gods, etc., as it relates to our information, our energy, our ascension grid work, our ancestral records. And because we have that ownership signature or brand in the etheric, it is like a form of consent, right? And so when we go in and clear and remove these ownership signatures, then this is a conscious way that we are saying, no, we do not consent, and reclaiming our power from the system of ownership. And this is something that the earth is also doing. The earth is also removing a lot of ownership signatures. When there are ownership signatures, it's very difficult for energy to flow with ease. And ownership signatures serve as like an anchor, which prevents us from our ascension process. So we want to take the opportunity to check in from time to time in the healing temple of ownership to just see what ownership signatures are up for removal as it relates to a certain issue that we're dealing with, and to take it upon ourselves to remove these ownership signatures and reclaim our energy. And then it becomes easier to heal karmic records and also to evolve certain organs so that they're not being caught up in repetitive trauma patterns, okay? So during this meditation, we will first ensure that we have access to the temple of ownership to make sure that, if there are any subconscious vows, oaths, or agreements that are in our field that we don't visit this temple, we will remove those today. And then we will also take a look at a particular issue that we're working on. So I would think of a particular chakra or a particular organ that you are working on ascending at this time, and specifying that as opposed to doing your entire field in one go, just because this is a very extensive process. So we will take a look at the ways in which patterns of ownership and ownership signatures are impacting one particular area within our ascension. And then we will have the opportunity to remove these ownership signatures, and we'll be actually utilizing two language of light tones, one being the freedom tone. It's the pale yellow freedom tone, and we'll also be utilizing the turquoise tone of compassion as well. So it'll be really good to just take a look at those language of light tones, because we'll be visualizing them during this meditation. And then we'll also have an opportunity to go to the gold and silver mirror planes of creation to support us with karma cancellation and bringing our energy and our field back to 0 point after the ownership signature is removed. All right, and so without further ado, we will get started, and we are going to start off with